The scream didn't come from inside the house, it came from me. One moment I was rinsing a plate in the kitchen sink. The next I was choking on smoke so thick it poured through the vents like it had been waiting. The fire alarm blared above me, shrill and useless, as a loud crack shook the back wall like something exploding. My heart dropped into my stomach. "Layla!" I called out, my voice breaking before it could even reach the hallway. I spun toward the sound, but the smoke was everywhere now, thick black, suffocating. My hands trembled as I reached for the doorknob, burning hot to the touch. I ripped my shirt sleeve down to protect my skin and yanked the door open. Flames. They were crawling up the back wall of the house, licking the ceiling, roaring like something alive. The hallway to Isla's room was already swallowed in black. I couldn't see her. I couldn't hear her, but I knew she was still inside. I ran outside, coughing, my lungs burning. The heat followed me. Neighbors were starting to emerge, shouting, pointing. I screamed, "My daughter's in there!" over and over until my throat went raw. I tried to run back in twice, only to be pulled back by two sets of arms I didn't recognize. "You can't go in there," someone yelled. "The fire department is on their way." But I didn't care. I didn't care about anything except that my baby, my Laya, was in her room, probably curled up with her sketchbook and headphones, unaware that the house was turning into an inferno around her. Then I saw it, her bedroom window glowing orange from inside. The curtains caught first, then the frame, then the glass cracked with a pop that stopped my heart. I screamed again. It wasn't supposed to be like this. We were safe here. This was our home. This was her safe place. And as the sirens finally wailed in the distance, getting closer, I looked toward the sidewalk, and there she was, Karen, standing calmly on her porch, arms crossed, watching it all burn. And I knew in that moment she had lit the match, cut to black. You won't believe what she did next. Before the fire, before the smoke, before the betrayal, we had found peace. Laya was born with a rare neurological condition that made mobility a daily challenge. Her muscles didn't always listen to her brain, and her balance could betray her at any moment. But what her body lacked, her spirit more than made up for. She was the kind of child who greeted the world with wide eyes and open arms. She wore mismatched socks on purpose, gave her stuffed animals names like Professor Fluff and Miss Pancake, and had a giggle that sounded like it could lift the rain off a gray sky. She didn't walk easily, but she dreamed in leaps. And when she couldn't run with the other kids, she invented games of color and sound that turned any quiet room into a universe of imagination. We moved into the HOA neighborhood when she was 6, not because we wanted the polished lawns or the matching mailboxes, but because the house on the corner had everything she needed. A ramp built right into the front porch, wide hallways for her mobility scooter, a spare room flooded with natural light, perfect for her art and therapy exercises. It was the kind of place where we could finally exhale. After years of apartments with stairs, narrow doorways, and pitying glances, this house felt like a promise. Here, she can just be a kid. And she was. From the very first day, she made it her own. She painted butterflies on the window with washable paint. She taped glittery stars to the inside of her closet so it would feel like space. Her favorite spot was the garage. We transformed it into her art studio and sensory haven. Soft mats, a small shelf of her supplies, string lights across the ceiling, and music always playing in the background. She called it her calm corner. And after hard days, bad leg pain, frustrating therapy, or being ignored at school, she would roll herself in there, put on her headphones, and draw for hours. That little corner gave her control in a world that so often took it from her. She loved that house, every inch of it. She'd scoot around on her knees through the living room, race her dog in hallway, and lean out her window just to say hi to the delivery guy. She'd watch the sunset from the back deck wrapped in a fleece blanket, whispering to the stars as if they were old friends. And at night, she'd rest her hand against the wall beside her bed and whisper, "Thank you, house," before falling asleep, as if she knew that place was more than drywall and furniture. It was sanctuary. Our neighbors didn't all understand her, but most were kind enough, or at least polite, except for one Karen. Even in those early days, she watched us with a stare that felt clinical. She never waved, never smiled. She frowned at the therapy van. She sighed loudly when Laya's scooter accidentally grazed the sidewalk edge near her grass, but we ignored her because Laya had found a place where she could be herself and no glare or snide.